Alright guys, here we go then, something we haven't done for a long time. A tour of the 2 plots. End of May, tour of the plots, how's that? Alright guys, about time we had a tour of the leaf and ground plot I think. Bit overcast today. Had to come up to water the spuds in containers. I'm not going to risk leaving those this year. As you know, once the tubers start forming and they get dry, that's when scab comes. So I'll walk you down one side and back up the other. I think the best way to do it. So in this bed here we got loads of cauliflower, all year round igloo and chambard, and Kelsey onions in between, interplanted. And I've got stroach on the bed there as the anti-slug method. This poached eggplant's going to need cutting back soon. I was just leaving it till the last of the flowers have gone because the hoverflies love it. Ooh. Onion Stuttgarter in there. A few little bits and pieces interplanted. There's definitely what do you call it? Pot marigolds at the end. Possibly a chamomile in there. I'm not sure of that one. And that's a borage at the front. But the majority of these ones are self-seeded. These flowery type plants. Yeah, spuds in buckets. I cut the Herbostella back the other day quite severely. Well, the flowering spikes, and it sort of looks like it's given up the ghost. But that's been producing all winter, so perhaps is that enough? We got in here then. We got the dwarf bean Dalmasiano from Leanne in the front there, interplanted with Kelsey, the onions again. And at the back, cauliflower, snowball and igloo. And then we got the tomatoey chili type bed. Loads of tomatoes in there, and not chilies, sorry, peppers. And again, that's interplanted with nice friendly things like basil, parsley, basil in the back just down there. There's a few basils. And marigolds. Right at the far end there's a borage. Just behind those we have the first of the 3 blueberries. That's the early blueberry. I'll do those now. Look, there's the mid-season blueberry, and there's the late season one hiding behind the garlic. They've all got berries on, so I don't know why they're called different seasons, but they are. Peas. What we got here? We got the Veg Growers Podcast Club peas at the front. That's the Avola. In the middle is the Hurst green shaft, the taller ones of the stumpy peas. And then Felton first over there. I've moved Harry the Hawkeye because I think the pigeons are getting used to him. Summer squash sunburst there. Cabbage tundra under the net. And soft neck garlic. They're Maddock whites. And again, calendula, that's the word I was thinking of. Pot marigold, more calendula, self-seeded at the back there. Just put a load of living green. This is the veg and salad compost with added horse manure. Tell you what, some good stuff. That's the hard neck garlic. I have to take some of those self-seeded things out. Find out what they are first, take them out, so I don't want them everywhere, do I? A little bit of a dumping ground just here, sticks and the veggie mesh. Gradually stopping using the veggie mesh. It's that time of year now, so it's gradually coming off. This is the bean frame, run the beans ready to go. Sort of a cross frame. Where are we? Let's go this way. Yeah, we're cross frame so that the beans dangle down unobstructed. I'm not doing the giant ones here this year, the long ones. I'm doing normal, probably Steno or Liberty up here. And if you notice, there's a self-seeded bean in the middle there, next to a potato I disturbed. At the front here we got Celtus, 6 Celtus and a couple of marigolds. That's the dockleaf tea maker, and he's topping up again pretty soon. And on the climbing frame we got the longer peas, the tall peas, table talk at the far end, Victorian purple in the middle. and a couple of cucumbers. We got a mini munch and a pico somewhere hiding under the nasturtiums. Where's the pico? It's down there. There he is. Pico's playing peekaboo. Look, there he is. We got some summer savoury in there interplanted. It's supposed to be very good with beans. And these are the climbing beans. Borlotto, Blue Hilda, Blue Lake, Cobra, and the Veitches that side. Black currants, Titania. And I've just treated myself to a pear tree. A spalier type looking thing. So that'll be a bit better next year. Look after it. It was in a sale, so I couldn't resist it. Wildflower seeds scattered all down the front here, and some self-seeded from last year. There's the asparagus in there. Yeah, someone's just decided to start strimming, so I hope you can hear me. And the other side of the plot now. Put some more wildflower seeds down here, anti-aphid type things. Couple of raspberries, which will get bigger next year. Actually train those along. That's the rhubarb pink blossom. Just pick some of that. What have we got then? Rovada red currants. 3 of those. They come on quite well this year. Yeah, good. Zabrun shallots over there. Couple of cosmos. I put a condor in there under a bag of the living green compost, and butternut squash walnut. These are the earliest, Winston and Casablanca. I just thought I'd chuck those in under some compost. No dig, just laid them down and poured compost on top of them. They're doing all right actually. Keeping on top of the watering though, so just in case the scab does decide to come along. Under the net we've got some Faraday dwarf beans, and then there's the celeriac trial under there, and they're doing all right. Spookily, I've been topping up the slug pellets and the spray and all that sort of thing, but nothing's been eaten. So either they're all working or the slugs aren't interested. 3 veggie bags are empty. There will be carrots and little things like that in there. Maybe a few radish. Under this net, there's Paris early onions amongst some Brussels. We got Crispus Brody. The red leaf ones are Red Bull just there. And at the back we got Dark Mar. And again we got a few little companion plants. We got spring onions in between. Ishikuras there. There's a marigold in there somewhere. More pots of potatoes along the outside. And under the green net, leeks. We got autumn mammoth, autumn giant agenta, and atora. And I only put the net on to stop the birds dancing on them. Didn't bother with this lot, and the birds didn't dance on them, so maybe I won't bother next year. Live and learn. Bit of dill in there, got some dill. Various places around the plot. Dill's a very good companion plant. It deters lots and lots of pests because it's, well, to them it stinks. A couple of nasturtiums and cosmos at the front. Broad beans, these are the exhibition long pods, grown up through the netting. And at the back, let's go to the other side to see the ones at the back, I think. Ooh. Yeah, the darker leaf ones over there. That's the overwintering ones. And I've got to say, why bother? Because they're no further advanced than the ones I put in the spring. In fact, I don't even think they've got any pods on them yet. Got flowers. Oh, there's a few pods down there, so I'll suck back on that one. They are a bit earlier. Yeah, there's no pods on the spring ones yet. So I'll just take all that back. There we are, taking it all back. Ooh, what we got here then? Cabbage red drumhead. That's on the Veg Growers Podcast Club again. Some Primo in the middle. Looking a bit tinged, I don't know what's up with them. Into platinum onions again. Madeleine cabbage this end. Yeah, they're covered in white fly. Give them a spray. Oh yeah, there we are. Look. Yeah, covered, absolutely covered. give those a spraying in a minute, see if the outside leaves recover. If not, I'll put some more in. And a couple of turnips at the front, Milan purple tops. One of those is bolted already, 2 of them are bolted. The ones at home are growing lovely, weird. Right, onions, radar, electric in the middle, and snowball at the far end. And I think I can safely say, without fear of contraception, yeah, they've all bolted, so I've taken a few tops off, look. They've all bolted or are bolting. Look, there's one bolting now, look. Yeah. Now you can either eat these or you can throw them amongst other vegetables because nobody likes the smell of onions. So, I think it's the last time. I've agreed with Nigel Muddy Boots on this one. I think it's probably the last time I shall be doing onion sets, heat treated or not, just not working. This is my biggest weed here. Let me just put this paper away. This is my, oh, I can't do it. This is the worst weed on the plot. Just dug this one up. Rose Bay Willow Herb. It's everywhere. A few plants have flowered and seeded over the last autumn, and it's everywhere. Every plot's got it. And yet, I don't really remember seeing it last year. So I missed that dandelion there. Yeah. A volunteer carrot in the path. Because this was a carrot bed last year, this one here. Elephant garlic. They've all scaped up. I've broken the scapes off. I've used a few. They're all right, but I let them go too long. Wasn't quite quick enough with them. They won't be far off now. Look, the leaves are turning yellow. Won't be far off. No rust. Fingers crossed. And the shallots. Again, the shallots from sets. Bolting. So I'll be growing my own from seed next year, I think. Upsetting really, because they don't, you can eat them, but they just won't store. And the lettuce have caught up, despite the not very good slug pellets. Yeah, got to cut that poached eggplant. It's hiding a few under there. Again, we got onions in there. Oh, more Kelsey. Yeah, they'll be alright. Been picking a few leaves here and there. That's about it, I think. Yeah, I'm going to give them a quick spray, and I've got some SP Plant Invigorator in the car. So, I call it a car. It's a mobile shed. Let me show you the boot. Well, I'll show you the inside, look. Oh, look, there's, yeah, knife, string, secateurs, drill. We've got there Stroach, chicken manure, living green compost, little box of fertiliser down there. See, slug pellet, strimmer, netting, grazers, spray fertiliser, soil, pots. Yeah, like I said, mobile shed. That's it, guys. Quick tour. I say quick, probably about 10 minutes by now, 15 minutes. So, don't do a proper tour very often. Now that is either chamomile, yeah, I think it's chamomile or coriander, I don't know. I have to get the old leaf identifier out. Why do they all have yellow and white flowers? They're all the same. See that one? I'm going to go and pick one off. Hang on. Look. I know this one. This is easy. This is easy. That one's easy. Let's get one with a leaf on it. Right. So we've got poached eggplant, but like I said, that's an easy one. We've got this one where the flowers go backwards. I'll take it home with me and identify it with very wispy little leaves. And this one with more normal leaves. And again, a daisy-like flower. Alright guys, just a quick look around the Westend plot before the rain comes. Look at that, black. Yeah, only popped up for a quick, give the grass a quick haircut and sort of trim the bank a little bit, but I ended up doing a little bit of weeding when I was up here. Oh, butternut squash totally gone. Look at that. I mean, that is slug damage. You can see where it's eaten through the stem there. And that one, I'll tell you what, I keep saying it, but these new slug pellets are absolutely rubbish. Same with the bolotto beans to some extent, but I got some more of these to go in, so I'm not too worried about that. Mostly alliums down here. All different. In fact, there's everything, I think. Yeah, we got shallots, onions, and leeks. Cabbage Mabalane with the stroach bedding. That's doing all right. And to be honest, where they are slug eaten is where the slugs have climbed up the netting and eaten through. Look. Yeah. So unless you make a bigger cage, you're going to get a little bit of slug damage. Beetroot's been pretty rubbish. What have we got there? I got 2 or 3, 4, 3 modules growing there. But I got more coming on at home, so I'll bring some of those up. Doing alright in there. That's a no stroach trial, but it's doing alright. I think that is got some nematslug in there. I got nematslug in most of it actually. And the same with the red drumhead cabbage. Look, where the leaves are touching the netting, they've had a few bites, and it's just started spitting. So I will speed this up a little bit. Love these volunteer potatoes everywhere. I leave them, I do, because well, they're free potatoes, you know what I mean? And it's always a surprise to see what you get. Weeds are left where they lie after I've hoed them a little bit. And there's a big drop of rain that was, I hit my head. Here's the parsnips grown in plugs, so you can't do that, it won't work, but they're doing alright. Shensu onions, bulbing up very nicely now. Yep. And I don't know why I bothered planting any borage. They've self-seeded everywhere. I'm cutting them down. I can't remember what the potato... Oh, the Vivaldi, I think. Yeah, Vivaldi. Just a little hole in the compost covered with straw again. Give it another try. And I think that's cabbage Rigoletto, but I can't remember. I'll let you know if it's not. Yeah, see what I mean? Look, borage. Look at it. Everywhere. Everywhere. But I don't remember it going to seed last year. In fact, I don't remember planting one anywhere near here, so they were all in the corners of beds, and not this bed. Yeah. So that's the asparagus, that's all right, that'll be a couple of years yet. Got a bit of room up there, like I say, just weeded, just left them on top to dry out in the sun. Bit of room up there to put some in. More, well that's garlic that end, hard neck and soft neck, that's the spares from the other plot. Currants, red, white and black in here. Need to give these a good fertilising, you know what I mean? Get off, buddy. It's mine, not yours. And that rhubarb's very nice, that rhubarb. Just made a rhubarb pie last night, actually. And this is what I mean, look. This was strawberries in here. Now I think this may have had a borage in it. And loads of volunteer potatoes. So I'm going to leave that this year. I'm just be conscious not to let it go to seed, and anything that I know is a weed that's in there will be coming out straight away. See that? I don't know what that is. Not a, it's a wildflower, that is euphorbia. I don't want that in there. Yeah, so you know, I'm gonna leave, basically not leave it fallow, but just leave this bed this year, just so the wildlife, etc., pollinators have something to do. Yes, I don't want that. Now this, I'll tell you this one, I don't know what it's called, but it came in with a load of compost that I bought from Suffolk. Never seen it before. In fact, I'm going to try and get a picture of it so I can identify it. But it's everywhere. Everywhere I've used that compost, it's there. So, let's see. Thistle. Yeah. But, like I said, if it don't, as long as it don't go to seed, and it's not taking up too many nutrients, I'm happy. These are everywhere. But they're just too pretty to pick at the moment. Summer squash, the sunburst. That one has survived the slugs, so that's all right. Yarrow, God, I cut so much off that the other day. Got it all in the compost bin, but God, when you could see where it was coming right up here. It was massive. In fact, it was going over the onions. That's how big it was. And it gets a bit unruly. I mean, it's a lovely plant, but it gets a bit unruly when it's too big. Here's the other end of the onions, and again, borage everywhere. So I'm going to have loads of onions this year. I mean, look at the size of that one there. That's quite a good one in there, look. That's a nice one in the middle. A few more like that for the show will be alright. I think that's about it. Yeah. It's alright. In a way, I'm sort of quite glad it is a small plot, really, because, you know, I'd be working out otherwise. The fabled bank that we can't work, but we're supposed to keep weed free. And I don't know if you can see this. Let me just try and show you. Let's walk back up the path a little bit. Is that far enough? Nearly. Yeah, nearly. That big lump there, I'm going to try and do this. That big lump just down there, that used to be where the bank was, but now it's come all the way across here. And as a consequence of that, my plot has got about 6 inches shorter as well this year, this winter. So yeah, it is falling down. The bank's falling down, no doubt about it. But I've been told not to work it, but we've got to weed it. Well, I'm going to weed it anyway. I don't want that rose bay willow herb going everywhere. There's some there, look on this plot. Horrible stuff when that goes to seed. So yeah, that used to be a straight line down there. And now there's a big curve in it. Probably doesn't come across very well with the old parallax error, you know. There we are. It's a nice plot. Love it. Well, there we are then, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Just a quick look round the two plots. Not looking too bad, end of May. Cool. Busy, busy, busy. Look after yourselves out there. Take care, and I'll catch you soon. And don't forget, entries close in 3 days' time for the Super Soil competition.